everyone, I am back. I know it's been quite some time. I'm going to start this channel back up with a book haul. I know I've been kind of sporadically been posting or been MIA for quite some time, but I am back and I'm feeling good. I'm back in front of my books and no longer don't have any books with me, and so I'm just ready to start fresh, I guess. Kind of fresh, or as fresh as I can. So yes, I'm back. I'm here today with a book haul, and for me this is a quite large book haul. It's 12 books, which again, like for me, is quite large since I don't buy books in bulks very often. I just kind of get one or two here or there. I have not gotten a book since Christmas. There's been 2 books I got since Christmas time, and besides that there's been no books I've gotten until just this month. So before I graduated, my goal was to get through my TBR, and I did very good. I think I only had like 4 or 5 books left to read that were on my TBR, so yeah, that's pretty good, and I'm pretty proud of myself. And so as a kind of celebration for graduating college, I went out and I got some new books. And yes, I'm really excited just for some fresh books to look at and to read. The first book I got Paper Towns by John Green. This has been on my want to read for quite some time, but I haven't picked it up. I've read a lot of other John Green books, but I hadn't picked this one up yet. But then I found out it's being made into a movie, which comes out in July, I believe. So I obviously had to go quickly pick it up so I could read it before the movie. And I'm actually reading it right now. I only have like 50 pages left. And I will talk about it in my wrap-up that I'll post in the next day or so, but I'm not really enjoying it. I don't know. I'll talk about it in my wrap-up of kind of my problems with this book. So that's the first book I got, and I'm currently reading it now. The second book I got Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. This is also another book that's been out for quite some time and has been on my want to be read for quite some time, but I haven't picked it up because it's kind of been on the bottom of my list. But again, I found out this one was going to be made into a movie, and it comes out in June, so I had to go pick it up before the movie and read it. And I haven't started this one yet, but I think I'm going to pick this one up next, and the trailer looks really, really good, so I'm really excited to read this. Then the next book I got Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I think I'm the only person, or I feel like I'm the only person in the entire world who has never read a Rainbow Rowell book, and so I think that's like blasphemy for most people, or for most avid readers. I don't know why, but I just feel like everyone is obsessed with her, and I have not quite gotten there yet. All of her books are on my want to be read, but I haven't picked them up yet, and so I finally just decided to pull the trigger, and I finally got one of her books, and I got the pretty one with all the pretty fan art and stuff, and yes, I'm really excited to read this. I've only heard great things about this book and all of her books in general. The next book I got Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver, and this one has also been one that's been on my want to reread for quite some time. I just pushed it back, and I've actually forgotten about it, and it's not really been one that I've really wanted to read, but I found it for $1 at Goodwill, and so obviously I'm not going to pass that up, but I'm excited about it nevertheless. I've only read Lauren Oliver's Delirium series, so I haven't read any of her contemporary novels, but I've heard good things about this book and her other book. I don't even remember what it's called now. I am blanking, but her other book, so I'm excited to read it. Then the next book I got Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, and I am a huge Colleen Hoover fan. The reason I haven't been reading contemporary romances is because I feel like I've kind of gone out of the young adult genre of contemporary and romances, just because I have a hard time connecting with the characters and have a hard time connecting with the plot lines, and they're all just kind of the same, and they're angsty, and they're just kind of annoying. No offense, that's just kind of my opinion on it. But then I found Colleen Hoover, and I found the new adult section of contemporary and romances, and I've just kind of gotten back into the kick of reading them, and I've just kind of fallen in love with this genre again. So thank you, Colleen Hoover. I'm very grateful. And I've already read this book, and I absolutely loved it. I'll talk about it more in my wrap-up, but it was just fantastic, just like all of her books. I think I read this book in like 5 or 6 hours. I did not put it down, not even for like a minute when I picked it up. I just read it straight through and it was just absolutely fantastic. And I just found out too, like a week and a half ago, it's being made into a movie, so I am so excited about that. And the teaser trailer just came out, and I will talk about the teaser trailer along with the book in my wrap-up. Next book I got Confess by Colleen Hoover, and I have not read this one yet, but I am so excited to read it. Of course I had to pick this up to continue my collection of hers, and yes, basically I don't even know what this one's about. I just know I'm gonna love it no matter what, and yes, I'm so excited, and it's a very pretty cover, and yes. Yeah, I have nothing else to say besides that I'm very excited to pick it up. This book I got Easy by Tamara Weber, and this one's also been on my want to be read, oh my gosh, for years, probably 3 years now, 4 years almost, and I just had never bought it, and I found it for $1 at Goodwill, and so obviously I hopped on that and bought it. Hopefully it won't be too cliche, as it kind of sounds from the back of the book, but nevertheless, I'm excited to pick it up. The next book I got Extras by Scott Westerfield. This is the 4th book in the Ugly series. I own the other 3, and I have been waiting to find the 4th book at Goodwills or at used bookstores, and I have not been able to find it, and then recently I just finally found it at a half-price books. Excited to start the series, and I, once again for this one, am way late on the bandwagon for it. But yes, I am excited. I will be marathoning this series quite soon, probably actually next month, just so I can finally read it and finally take it off my TBR. The next book I got City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I also got City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. I had read City of Bones probably last summer. I think that's when I read it. Again, way late on the bandwagon for this series, but I've been wanting to read continue this series, but I just didn't have the books, and I was kind of waiting to find them again at like Goodwills and stuff. I just have one question about this series, if someone can please answer this for me. I probably could just Google it, but I don't want to get spoiled because obviously I haven't read the rest of the series. But now that they're making a TV series from these books, the Shadowhunters or whatever it's called, are they not making movies anymore and they're just focusing on the series? And the other question is it going to follow, is the TV series going to follow the books, or is it going to do like new plots, like the same characters and all that, but new plots and new discoveries and new battles and whatever else they do and stuff like that. Wow, I'm so knowledgeable. But is it going to follow the books, or is it going to kind of go off on its own and just kind of be a spin-off series? But if someone could answer that for me, that would be great. I'm just curious because I did see the first movie after I read the book, and I'm just curious if they're going to continue the series after that point, or redo that first movie and continue with the series, or if they're going to do a spin-off. But yes, nevertheless, I'm excited to continue this series. Second to last book I got Blood Promise by Rachel Mead, which is one of the books in the Vampire Academy series. I've been slowly accumulating this one when I've seen the books at used bookstores or Goodwills and all that fun stuff, and this is the 4th book I have in the series. I don't have the first book, Vampire Academy, yet, so I haven't been able to even read this series. I've kind of lost interest in this series. I just really don't have any interest in vampires anymore, and just that kind of genre, but I'm going to read it. I know I will. I just have to find the time to kind of work up the motivation and the desire to read about vampires and this whole series here. Then the last book I have Wool by Hugh Howey, and this one I don't really know exactly what it's about. I found it, again, man, I just find most of my books at Goodwills and used bookstores, so I found it for like $1, $2 actually, and so I kind of heard really good things about it, and I saw it and I was like, okay, well, I'll just pull the trigger on this one and get it. Just kind of been seeing it hauled around the booktube community quite some time ago. I believe it's like a dystopian end of the world, kind of like where the world is deadly, and if you go outside, the back of the book and the synopsis on Goodreads is very, it just doesn't give much away, so I'm not really sure exactly what it's about, but it's a horror thriller genre, which is one of my favorite genres, so I know I should probably like it no matter what. But yes, I'm excited to read that also. So that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!